Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian and this is Parenting with Purpose. Today I want to have a transparent moment with you. For the past couple months, well, I started the channel a couple months ago, and you know, really because I know that God led me to start this channel. But if I'm being honest with you, excuse the noise in the back, the waste management is passing by. But, a couple months ago, I knew that God wanted me to start this channel. I didn't know how to structure it, and I still don't know how to structure this channel, but I'm here. I know that I'm a messenger. I know that He's called me to fight for us single moms and to be the advocate for us, or be an advocate for us. I don't have it all together, and I'm just on here to share with you whatever it is that God reveals to me, whatever He places on my heart, and go from there. So just bear with me. If you can just give me some grace, I would really, really appreciate it. Today, I want to, just kind of talk to you a little bit about what I've learned over these past couple years, but more so the words, I would say the word connection and relational have just been screaming at me for some time now. And so, a couple years ago, I would say just maybe a few years ago, I was bringing my son, or trying to get us ready for school. And I was getting him ready for school, and I was getting ready for work at the time. And I just remember I was rushing. I wasn't late, but I really didn't have the extra minutes to just sit down, okay? And I remember telling my son, like, "Come on, like hurry up, because I have to drop you off to school, and I still have to make it to work." And he was pouting, and he said, "I don't want to go to school." And I said, "Okay, I don't have time for this. Son, I have to go to work. I still have to drop you off at school. I have to go to work, and there's going to be traffic. Like, hurry up. We could talk about this later." And he said, "I don't want to go to school." He could never look at me, but he just kept saying, "I don't want to go to school." He had his head hanging low, and at that time, I just knew, at that point, I realized it was something that was really going on. My son is very strong-willed. I have a strong-willed child. And, when he was dragging, basically, like he wasn't moving with a purpose at all. Like he was just on his own time. And so he was like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. And so I sat down next to him and I said, "Son, what's going on? Like, tell me what's going on." He said, "I don't want to go to school." And I said, "Okay, is something going on at school?" And he said, "I just don't want to go to school." I said, "Okay, is somebody bothering you at school?" And he said, "I just don't want to go to school." I said, "Okay." I said, "I love you and I want the best for you. But if you don't tell me what's going on, I can't help you. As much as I want to help you, as much as I want to fight for you right now, I can't, because I don't know what's going on. So you have to talk to me." And he just, I think at that moment, maybe the light bulb clicked on. And because I told him, "I'm ready, like I'm willing to fight for you. But if you don't tell me what's going on, then I won't know how to fight for you. I won't know what to do." And at that moment, I started asking him more questions, and we were able to, long story short, we were able to get to the root of it. I end up having to take off work or take some time off of work and go up to his school to talk to the principal. But all that story, I'm telling you that story because I'm sharing with you that connection piece of it. I'm sharing with you the relational side of it. And my son had to realize, okay, I'm not in this by myself. I'm in, like, my mom is here with me. She's going to fight for me. I'm not alone. And so what took place at the school made him feel like no one was listening to him and made him feel like he didn't have a voice. Okay. And he wasn't able to articulate everything, but I got a glimpse of it just from being able, just from slowing down the pace and saying, okay, let me listen to what's really going on here. Right. So the word connection and the word relational has just been screaming at me because I've been learning so much about my son this within these past years, but even more so this year. I've learned that parenting with purpose really starts with listening. That's the beginning of it. It's just listening. And I think, you know, active listening, of course, like not thinking about what your response is going to be as your child is still talking, but just sit down and listen to them. Get to know your child for who they are. And I think sometimes, because I used to do it as well, but sometimes we can get, we can forget, or sometimes we can look at kids as just a kid, that we forget that they're a human being, that all a kid is a younger version of the adult that they will soon be one day. That's all a kid, that's who they are. We all start off as children and now we're adults. So when I think about that, when I think about the relational piece of it, I'm questioning myself. Does my son know that he's loved? How does he know that he's loved? And everybody has their own love language, right? But does my son know that he's loved? Like, does he know that he know that he know that he knows that he's loved, right? Like, we all should know that we are loved, right? So does he know that he's loved? Does he know that he's valued? Does he know that he has a voice? Because when we're in this house, you know, as parents, sometimes we can easily say, okay, hey, go and do this, go and do that. And we can miss the mark. We can miss the point because even when we're told to do something, we still have feelings. It's not to say get caught up in your feelings. It's just saying take inventory of how you're feeling, right? So parenting with purpose is relational. Taking that time to listen to our children, asking them questions. Hey, how was your day today? What was the highlight of your day today? What was the not so good part of your day today? You know, we could be in the car and instead of just putting the music on right away, maybe take like 10, 15, 20 minutes and just talk to your child and say, hey, what's on your mind? Like, get them into the rhythm of talking. You want to know your child, right? Because if you don't know your child, how are you going to be able to advocate for them? How are you going to be able to steward them, right? So something that I thought about as I was thinking over this story that I shared with y'all is that in those heated moments are the most fragile moments. Because if I had not taken the time to just sit down next to my son and ask him, hey, what's really going on? In that time, I would have played a role in addition to what some of the people at the school have already made him feel like that he didn't have a voice. So if we're not careful as parents, we can react in a heated moment, like I started to, and possibly fracture your parent and child relationship. Thank God that he was with me because I had to say a quick prayer. But just knowing that in those heated moments, instead of yelling, slow the pace. Slow the pace and take a deep breath, say a quick prayer, and empathize with your child. Like, get into their world. When I think about the relational piece and the connection side of the parent-child relationship, if you think about how you grew up, because we're in different times now, but if you think about when you grew up, did you always feel like you had a voice? If you did, that's a good thing. Continue that with your own children. If you didn't, that's something that you want to break and start something new with you and your children. Okay? That's it. It's just being relational. Talk to your kids, get to know them, spend time with them. It's not always what the parent wants to do. Son, what do you want to do today? Right? Taking time away from the busy schedule and just doing something that your child wants to do. Let them feel heard. Let them know that they have a voice and that it matters. Tell your children that you love them. I tell my son all the time. I try not to smother him with it, but I tell my son all the time, like, I love you. He needs to know that, because as kids get older, what they don't have at home, what they don't have boiling at home, they're going to look for it elsewhere. And you don't want your child to go in other places that you don't know about, or you don't have access to, that you don't know about. You don't want them going looking for love in the wrong places. So tell your child that you love them. Give them a hug. Be the mom for them that they need. If you if it's something that you didn't get when you were younger, that you wanted, that you so desired, be that for your child. You can be the one to break that cycle and start a new journey with your family. So again, I hope this helps. It's not, I don't have everything structured yet, but I just wanted to come in and just give you some information on what I've learned. And that's pretty much it, y'all. So I'll be back on with another video. And if you have any suggestions on, topics that you are wanting me to bring up, or, just different circumstances that you've gone through and you just want to talk about it, put it in the chat, or put it in the comment area, and or you can go ahead and send me an email. I'll check it out, see it as it comes in, and I'll be more than happy to discuss that on here for you. But other than that, the holidays are literally right around the corner. I hope and pray that you all have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see each other in the next video.